Hi guys, I'm John. This is Yardwork with John. This is my 2022 New Year's year-end spectacular video. So I started this channel in June. I had the idea kicking around in my head for a while that people would probably watch me do my yard work. There's something about watching people mow lawns and snowblow that it's just mesmerizing. You just watch it and it's kind of interesting. And so I started this channel. The plan really isn't to make it a how-to video, more of just an entertainment video, just something to watch. I do try to explain what I'm doing though a little bit, so you can kind of have an idea of what's going on. So later in this video, I have a couple of bloopers, nothing major, just some funny stuff that's happened throughout the year. So it's January 1st and it still hasn't snowed yet, so you really haven't seen the full variety of videos I'm going to post. It's probably going to start snowing anytime now, and then I'll start doing snowblowing videos. And I think those are going to be pretty popular. Even more so than mowing the lawn, everybody kind of likes to watch people snowblow. So those videos will be coming as long as it snows, and if it doesn't snow, you'll have to wait a whole year until you get those videos. Other than that, it's going to be kind of the same old thing, which is good because I enjoy doing it and people enjoy watching it. So more yard work through 2023. Okay, now I wanted to share with you a bunch of YouTube channels that I watch regularly. I watch a lot of YouTube channels, maybe too much, but these are the ones I actually watch a lot. These are the ones where I try not to miss a video because they're such good videos that really entertain me. So here we go. The first one is John's Train Videos. I like this channel because it's my other channel. It's all short train videos, and you can check it out if you like trains. Next on the list is Matt's Off-Road Recovery. This is a really cool channel. They're out of Utah, and they go around rescuing vehicles that get stuck off-roading, either broken down or stuck in the mud or stuck in the snow. It's a pretty cool channel. After that, we have Post 10. This guy goes around clearing out clogged drains and clogged culverts, and it sounds like something you would never watch, but it's extremely interesting, surprisingly interesting, and he has millions of views because of it. Another favorite is PBS Space Time. This channel is all about space and physics. They talk about some pretty advanced concepts, but they do it in a pretty approachable way. So it's very interesting even if you don't fully follow everything they're talking about. Next is Numberphile. They do videos with real mathematicians and they cover all sorts of interesting math topics. Then we have Legal Eagle. It's a very popular legal channel. They talk about legal current events, but they also talk about interesting things like a legal analysis of the Star Trek The Next Generation episode, The Measure of a Man, which is very interesting to me. And last on the list, we have Tow Trucker. This guy is out of Atlanta, Georgia, I think. And it's just videos of him going around towing cars that need to be towed. That's all for the primary list, but I also have a bunch of honorable mentions. So we have Wavy Boats, videos of boats of different sizes hitting really big waves and rough seas in several different locations. Stand Up Maths is another math channel by one of the mathematicians that often does Numberphile videos, and his videos are funny and interesting. Project Farm, this guy does very interesting videos like build a transparent cylinder head for a lawnmower engine so you can see the engine combust as it runs. It's pretty cool. He does lots of other testing and stuff like that. Team Coco is the Conan O'Brien YouTube channel. It's lots of clips from the 20 whatever years he was on the air. Adam Savage is Tested. He has a YouTube channel, and most of what he does is answer questions people have about Mythbusters. And I love Mythbusters, and I love hearing him talk about Mythbusters, so I love watching that channel. Then we have Girl with the Dogs. She is a dog groomer and makes little videos of grooming all these different dogs. If you like dogs, you'll probably like this channel. And last but not least, we have Joe Scott. I guess I would describe this channel as a non-expert, does research on specific topics and then does videos on those topics, kind of like voluntary book reports and homework, but he usually picks good topics and they're very interesting. All right, and that's most of the YouTube content that I watch on a regular basis, and you can check out links to all of those channels down in the description. So for anybody who's new to YouTube, here's a few things I've learned that I didn't really expect. So you actually have to learn a lot about camera placement, camera angles, how much to zoom in, what's a good angle to make it visually interesting to film and watch. If you go back and look at my very first videos, they're kind of boring. And it's partly because the video quality is so poor because I used an older GoPro. But it's also just, I would set up the camera and walk, 200 feet away from it mowing and then come 200 feet back. And that's not very interesting. So I sort of changed the way I mow the lawn a little bit. So I'm dividing it into smaller chunks so I'm never that far away from the camera. Because if you can't see me mowing, what's the point of watching my videos? The other thing that I really wasn't planning on is just how long it takes to edit these videos. You spend more time editing for sure than you do filming when you're doing this kind of video. So I've been fixing Apple computers for my day job for about 20 years now. So I'm pretty capable, pretty well-rounded when it comes to using computers. And even for me, it takes a long time to make these videos, especially these project videos that I do when I dug up the old walkway and I brought all the stuff to the quarry. It's so many individual clips that you have to cut up into smaller pieces, trim away everything that people don't want to see. Like, you don't want to see me walking back and forth through the driveway 600 times. You just want to see me throwing crap in the trailer. So it's very time consuming to edit. It's definitely worth it. It's not like it takes forever. Also, everybody you know thinks it's weird when you start a YouTube channel, especially when your YouTube channel is doing yard work. My uncle said nobody would watch this, and then he sat down and watched an entire video. Some of these videos have actually gotten really popular. One of my boat videos, one of my weed whacking videos, and one of my regular yard work with a lot of leaf pickup videos. All three of those got, I think, over 10,000 views and maybe over 20,000 views each. And that's not a huge amount, but that's a good start. So I was happy with that. So there's definitely an audience for this video. So if you're thinking about starting, if you really think there's an audience, go with your gut and do it. Why not? It's fun. It's fun making YouTube videos. But you get a lot of weird questions from people. I've had a few neighbors come over and ask what's going on with the camera. It's actually like a really dark colored tripod, and it's a GoPro, so it's a black camera. So it's not super noticeable when I'm out there recording. Okay, now it's time for the blooper reel. I don't have many, but the ones I have made me laugh. I bought this Picmatic 20 years ago when I needed to dig some trails, and I was pretty bummed out when this happened. I did go buy a new fiberglass handle for it, but it's just not the same. You have to climb down a pretty steep hill to get to the stream at the corner of my yard. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Yikes. This red flag was marking a little maple tree that started to grow that I wanted to save, but I didn't see the flag somehow. Hey guys, it's day 2. I've got... You jerk. These cylinders were very heavy and very awkward and difficult to deal with, and sometimes things like this happened. Sometimes you forget you're even filming yourself and you have an itchy back. This last one made me laugh because it looks like I'm moonwalking. So for everybody who's watched this video and any of my other videos, thank you for watching. I try not to say thanks for watching every video. I try not to beg you to like or subscribe every video, but watching, liking, and subscribing all are really helpful. This channel does not make money, but hopefully it will eventually, because it will let me do even more elaborate videos and more interesting videos. And it's just a fun way to make a living if I end up with a channel that's that popular. So that would be cool. So for video editing, I use iMovie on a Mac because I'm a Mac guy and every Mac comes with iMovie, so it's always going to be free and it's easy to use. Actually, it's kind of easy to use. It has a lot of bugs, and even though it's not at all yard work related, I might this winter make a video about all of the bugs and all the features I would like them to add and fix in iMovie. But anyway, it definitely can get the job done, and it can be sort of impressive how powerful it can be at certain types of tasks. I used iMovie when it came out probably more than 20 years ago, and I would not be able to make videos like this with that old iMovie, that's for sure. So you need a decent computer to do this kind of video editing, but computers are so powerful these days, you don't really need anything special. I'm using a 2018 Mac Mini with some decent specs, a lot of RAM, a solid state drive, but nothing crazy, nothing leading edge, none of the M1 processors that they just came out with. It's pretty retro stuff in that sense, and it's totally fine, and you could definitely get by with an even older machine. Video editing isn't as resource intensive on a computer as it used to be. It does take up a ton of space though. And I do all my filming at 4K at 60 frames per second, even though most of the videos only come out at 30 frames. I still shoot everything at that, so it takes up a lot of space. I want to say it's between 10 and 20 gigabytes per regular Yardwork episode. And then the projects can be huge because I just film so much. I think both of my big projects, the digging up the walkway and then taking the walkway to the quarry, were 100 gigabytes or more each. Luckily, I have the space. If you were not a computer guy and you had a more traditional setup, you'd probably just want to get some large external hard drives just to keep everything. And I don't even know why I keep everything. I doubt I'm going to use it. You know, all the blooper videos, the half dozen of them, I just copied into a separate folder anyway. So it's not like I have to go to the archives for that. So I may never use any of this stuff, but it just feels right to save them, at least for a while. So I haven't had a lot of videos for you lately. All the leaves have fallen, all the grass has stopped growing, and I'm just waiting for it to snow, but it hasn't snowed the whole month of December. So once it starts snowing, the videos will start coming again. Hopefully I'll have a couple of spring projects to do while I wait for the grass to start growing. And then once it does, I'll be back to good old mowing the lawn and weed whacking. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year.